Okay, and that's Uberfuse, and we're going to have them on later. We'll be talking to them and find out about what motivates them and their mission and their music. But right now we have Liana Randazzo. Now, Liana, describe your work. You're a volunteer here in Madrid. What do you do?
That's right. I'm a volunteer in the communications department, and specifically I work on the social networks team. So for the last 2 years, if you've been on our Facebook or on our Twitter or anything like that in English, I'm the fingers typing behind it.
And where are you from?
I have wondered who it was.
All good things, I hope.
Now we know.
And where are you from?
I'm from San Jose, California.
So you're in charge of that big social communication and all the English-speaking ways that message gets out there, right? Now, what have you seen? What has most impressed you as a volunteer?
I think just seeing the family grow. When I first started, we didn't have a Facebook page, and then I saw it grow to 1,000 people. Just last week, we hit 50,000. Now it's like 55,000 or something crazy in the last 4 days. Just to see it grow incrementally. And then last night, I had the honor of being on stage at the opening mass to present, and looking from the stage out at all the pilgrims and seeing the bodies behind the icons on Facebook, and that they were here numerously and actively and pumped up, was just the most incredible growth and transformation to see.
Now, there's no doubt that events like this are motivating, and everybody here, obviously, we're pumped up, the emotions are high. But as we all know, if we've spent any time reading the lives of the saints, we're going to hit those moments when the lows are going to come. The emotions are going to die off. An old spiritual director said to me, you've got the highs and the lows, the highs and the lows. But the truth is that line that goes right through the middle that is unwavering and keeps us on track. You've had to have some lows. You've had to have those moments when you thought, I don't know why I'm typing. Why am I still doing this? Just as everybody here is going to go home after this event, and we're going to have those moments where we're just going to feel a little, wow, the excitement of World Youth Day is over. Now what do I do? What do you say to that? What sustains you, and what message do you give to the rest of the world watching to sustain us when these amazing events come to an end?
Absolutely. I mean, 2 years is a long time, and there were definitely nights where I'm sitting there after work replying on Facebook and thinking, like, who's going to read this? Like, what? You know, I'm typing this answer to this question for the 50th time, and like, who's going to read this? Why am I doing this again? But realizing that 50,000 people may read this, and that there are weight to the words that I'm putting out there, I think the most important thing to realize is that that's true for all of us. That there's weight to the words and the messages that we're putting out there in the world. And it's easy to put messages out here, surrounded by people who believe the same and are acting the same and talking the same. What's difficult, but what's important, probably the most important, is to go out in the world after these events, maintain that excitement, and put those powerful words out there to the people who weren't here.
And there's connections, right, that have been made here, right, that people can stay connected through Facebook, Twitter.
Absolutely. Our profiles do not die on the 21st of August. Quite the contrary. Like, we want those to be places where you can continue to live this experience, to share it with others, to share it with people that you met here, and to really live out the theme and the excitement of World Youth Day and help you transition back into life wherever you are, with whoever you're with, and bring that energy and enthusiasm with you.
I think it's a good reminder that the new springtime, the new evangelization that Blessed John Paul II talked about, that the Holy Father Pope Benedict is now carrying that mantle on with, is something that is an ongoing day-to-day thing. And that an event like this is that sharpening of the swords, the iron against iron, to sharpen the swords, to pick us all up and remind us why we're here, and to draw more into the flock, to get out there and keep it going, because we still have a world to conquer for Christ, do we not?
Exactly, and I think there are transformational experiences that happen in these big, flashy events. That's definitely true, but I think some of the most powerful transformations happen in the normal, everyday experiences. When you make a real connection with the person, you get to know their life, why they believe in God, why their faith fortifies them. That's what brings people to Christ, and it's those everyday encounters that really make the difference.
Now, you're from San Jose, California. You got a chance to go to Lithuania. This job brought you to Lithuania. How did that happen?
It sure did. English got me there. Lithuania sent an email to World Youth Day in English, and the Spaniards of World Youth Day sent it to me saying, what on earth do they want? We don't understand. And what they wanted were 2 representatives to go and talk about World Youth Day. Because what Lithuania does, which is really cool, is the year before every World Youth Day, they host a Lithuanian Youth Day to help get the kids excited, and for those who aren't able to travel to wherever World Youth Day is, they can have a similar experience. So I got to go and celebrate with 7,000 Lithuanians, which is insane considering that just recently publicly expressing their faith of any kind was not an okay thing in that country. There were older people crying in the street as Lithuanians were processing from one place to the other, celebrating their faith, and it was just unbelievable.
Now, in the remaining seconds, yeah, applause for that one. In the remaining seconds we have with you, what message would you want to give to the pilgrims out there, those who are at World Youth Day and those who could not come, and those watching right now all over the world?
I say consider the weight of your words. Consider that every single thing you say to another person carries the power and the ability to evangelize to that person, to share the love of God with them. Whether you're paying attention or not, they might be.
The weight of your words, the weight of the message, ladies and gentlemen, is our words. Well, thank you very much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that.